Hi, Tracy Hess from Zoned2BToned. I am so happy today, guys, to share with you great nutrition tips and how to prepare your diets and meal plans with Rob. I don't know his last name. I can never pronounce it. So, Rob, what's your last name?
Oberholzer.
Oh, but that's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
I'm really delighted to work with him today and have him share some information with you guys about nutrition. He's a bodybuilder for OCD organization. How long have you been competing for OCD?
I've actually been competing since 2010, back when I was a senior in high school, and I just competed most recently last year in April. I did the 2012 Beyond Nutrition Natural. I won the 23 and under class, and I placed 4th in my open class.
Awesome, so you had a really busy year. You're also certified in all kinds of nutrition. Tell the viewers what you're certified in.
Well, I'm an IFA certified personal trainer and sports nutritionist. I'll be graduating in June with a degree in health sciences with a concentration in physical therapy. And I also work for Champ Nutrition Center located in Northeast Philadelphia and for iForce Nutrition.
Absolutely, and we love Champ Nutrition. Hi, Champ. We want to talk about some of the main reason why you're here with us today to talk with us is we want to talk about nutrition, and this is huge. I know you guys hear this a lot from your trainers and things like that. Why is nutrition so important, Rob, for weight loss, weight gain?
I mean, nutrition, I would say, is 80% of the equation. I mean, a lot of people put training as the main priority, but nutrition is what's going to dictate recovery, fat loss, muscle gain. So the main thing that people have to be aware of is that it's also a lot easier than a lot of people think. I mean, some people, they go on incredibly strict diets or they limit themselves to certain foods. The one thing that I always preach is simplicity, and that's the name of my own business, Simplified Fitness. Because I feel like it's simple enough that everyone can get results, but some people take a really complex and really intricate approach, and it kind of makes it difficult.
Right. So people that are going on strict diets, and me and Rob was talking briefly on the phone about this, about a lot of people following diets from magazines that doesn't fit their lifestyle. Why is that important to get an individualized diet made for yourself?
I mean, because sometimes you'll see cookie cutter diets, or you'll get like a magazine article that chronicles somebody's diet, and that's based for their individual body. Their individual biochemistry, their height, weight, age, gender. I mean, there's a lot of factors that play into how much food and how many calories overall you should be taking in.
Absolutely.
So, since everyone's so different, you have to structure every plan different. You can't just use a cookie cutter plan or just follow what someone else did and expect to get the same results.
I hear you. So otherwise, if you see a Holly Berry diet, that's not going to get you ready for a bodybuilding show. So that's really important. I'm glad that you said that. I speak it a lot, and I think sometimes people hear it and just say, okay, it's Tracy speaking. But that is so true, and your best results come from the best nutrition plan. So you're also going to get some contact information from Rob about getting one-on-one nutrition plans made visually specialized for you also. Also, another thing we want to talk about is training with the nutrition. How important is that? I know as a trainer, people come to you and they did not eat before they see you. So explain to our viewers how important it is to make sure you get proper nutrition for training.
Well, I mean, the one key time that you want to make sure that you're getting some sort of sustenance is probably prior to training. You want carbohydrates for energy in order to make sure that you're going to be able to perform best in your workouts. And you also want some form of protein, whether it be a protein shake, whole food from chicken, steak, eggs, mainly because amino acids taken in prior are going to be shuttled to muscles being trained. So therefore it's going to help stimulate recovery, spare muscle protein, and stimulate muscle protein synthesis, and that's going to allow you to basically get the most out of your training.
Absolutely.
And then of course proper post-workout nutrition.
And let's definitely talk about that, because I did get some emails about that wondering, I'm sore all the time, why am I so sore? Can you explain to them, Rob, why are you so sore if you're done training?
Well, I mean, with soreness, it's funny. A lot of people think because, oh, I'm sore, I can't train that muscle the next day, or if it's been 2 days and they're still sore, they think that they're not recovering. But soreness isn't exactly linked to recovery, and it could be a number of different things. It could be they're not taking in carbs after the workout, because carbs are actually really beneficial post-workout because they help drive nutrients into the muscle tissue via a small insulin spike, and then proper protein after you work out because you want to more or less give yourself the nutrients to grow. So so those could be contributing to DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness.
Absolutely. And as well as trainers ourselves, I'm hearing that a lot. A lot of people are running from these carbs, and these carbs are important. They're not going to make you gain weight. They're, of course, the good carbs.
Yeah.
Your body needs them no matter what you're trying to achieve. So this is really good information. So do you have some tips for some of our viewers of how to go about getting an easy plan that can be designed for them to make their process easy with nutrition?
I mean, the main thing that I do is I look at a couple different factors: height, weight, activity level, age, and gender. And then I don't assign specific foods, specific number of meals, or anything. I assign strict macronutrients, and that's it. I mean, some people, they've probably heard of if it fits your macros type dieting. I'm along those lines, but I don't fully believe in all the principles that go along with it. Because, I mean, some people believe that you can eat basically junk food, and as long as it fits within a certain number, that you can more or less gain muscle or lose fat. So I usually just prescribe certain amount of fat, carbs, and protein. I usually do a 40% split for protein, 35 for carbs, and then 25% for fats, because some people also don't get all their essential fats in.
That's true.
And they are called essential fats for a reason.
Exactly. So you do need fat to burn fat, so don't run from your fat. Okay, Rob, I got to ask you, what do you think about the yo-yo diets? I know you see when you walk in a supermarket and you see all these so-and-so diets. What do you feel about these yo-yo diets that are out there now?
I mean, a lot of fad diets and things that kind of come and go with times. I mean, there's a reason why they don't stick around. It's because they provide some immediate results. I mean, they'll either have you starving. I mean, some people do juice fasts. I mean, a lot of people, they'll be like, or they'll follow Atkins. I mean, some of these diets, they do have good principles, but they're focusing on the wrong aspects. Like, I know one example would be recently the wheat belly diet.
Oh my God, I heard about this diet.
And someone came into the store and was telling me about it, so of course I looked into it, and they're basically demonizing wheat bread of all carbohydrates, which is, I mean, it's one of the blandest, most well-known complex carbohydrates. It's not responsible for obesity, and it's not responsible for fat gain.
Absolutely.
So when they're removing those from people's diets, they're removing calories. And that's the main thing that people don't seem to want to realize, is that it's calories in versus calories out, and that's what it comes down to, bottom line.
It's huge. It's all about numbers, guys. Everything's based on world's based around numbers. So is when you're trying to achieve your weight loss or weight gain thing. Wow, this is really good. You get great information here with us today, Rob. So, Rob, you work for iForce. Please share with us, what are the hottest, because you know summer's coming, everybody wants to know about these fat burners. So what's the hottest product out there that everybody is buying to help them, you know, achieve their weight loss goals?
I mean, we have one main fat burner, and it's been a really great seller in all different types of settings, whether it be a big time vitamin shop or GNC, or a small individual business like Champ Nutrition. More or less, it's going to help because it has stimulants in it, and stimulants do help suppress appetite. There's certain ingredients in there that help burn fat. They block alpha-2 receptors, which is usually where you tend to hold the most fat in those trouble areas, lower abs, glutes, hamstrings.
I like that.
And a couple different compounds in there that are more or less just good for overall increased metabolic rate.
Okay. Now, do they make you jumpy? Because I know a lot of people, when they buy fat burners, they make you really hyper and dehydrated all day long. They
usually do. I mean, with Dexaprin, it's more of a smooth ride up and a smooth ride down. Like, it's a good, consistent energy. That's why we usually have people start out with half a tab, though, because it is really strong. But we do have a stimulant-free option. It's called TT33. It's a metabolic accelerator. It actually works synergistically with your thyroid to more or less raise your basal metabolic rate. It helps uncouple fatty acids from fat tissue, and it helps burn them for energy.
Okay, so these are strongest burners that you can get out here that would actually help. Now, not with fat burners. People don't seem to understand is they think this is like the miracle pill. So this is an aid with good nutrition to help you start boosting things up so that you can start burning that fat. I like that. I gotta remember that name. Any other items like protein? How do you feel about protein powders?
I mean, there's a number of great protein powders on the market. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit biased and think that ours is one of the best ones out there. But it's a great overall profile. It's Protean by iForce. It's Protean, derived from the Latin for versatile. So we can use it for just about anything because it's a multi-blended source of protein. Any multi-blended powder like Gaspari's Myofusion, Dimetized Fusion 7, they're both good products because they're multi-sourced. So you have egg albumin, you have whey, casein, you have a number of fast and slow-acting proteins. They're all relatively low calorie, so they're good if you're trying to just get protein in. You're not worried, and you're kind of worried about keeping your calories down pretty much as a whole.
And that's really good information, guys. So please listen. You have to go see Rob. Rob works at Champ Nutrition. What days do you work at Champs?
Usually, right now, I'm in there Wednesdays from 11 to 8, and then once I start my next semester of classes, I'll be in there on Saturdays and Mondays.
Beautiful. So you want your next nutrition tips, or you want tips on even any kind of products, you go check out Rob up at Champ Nutrition. Champ, we love you in Philadelphia. Rob, I thank you for sharing all this wonderful information with our viewers. Take this all in, guys, and we can also have contact information for Rob too if you want to ask him questions in the future. Rob, thank you so much. We love having you. We'll have you back again for more nutrition tips. Tracy Hess from Zoned2BToned. We'll see you guys next week.